Hi everyone. In previous video, I have shown you how you can track GF4 for Shopify website. And today video, I will show you how you can track Pixel on Shopify website by Google Tag Manager. So basically, we gonna track add to cart, initiate checkout, purchase, and view content for every major event like view content, purchase, initiate checkout. We need value and currency. We will use a uncommon method that's nobody use so much, but it is very effective, and you don't need any custom JavaScript code for content ID, contents, or value. Everything we're gonna use only one variable. We will send the user information data to Meta like email and phone number, and for learning purpose we only send email and phone number. And if you are working with real client, you need to send all these parameter like email, first name, last name, phone number, external ID. Okay, let's start the tracking. First we need to add the trigger. Let me delete those and create new. First we need to preview the container. Go to your website and quickly purchase a product. You can see that view item, add to cart, but begin checkout it's not preview here. The reason is Shopify. This is the Shopify rules that we can't see begin checkout and purchase event in our tag manager. You can see this on your console. If I click on inspect, you will see the data layer here. Type data layer and click enter or return on Mac. You can see that this is our ad shipping info, and this is the begin checkout event. And so we need to purchase a product. Okay, again click on data layer. This is page view, this is purchase. Okay, you can see the event name is purchase. So our trigger should be custom event call purchase. Let's create the trigger. Click on new, custom event, write purchase, or you can copy here and paste here. Just remove this symbol, write purchase trigger. Now move on. Ship, begin checkout. Copy this and paste here. Begin checkout. Everything is same actually. For add to cart, just copy and write add to cart. Add to cart. same as view item or view content, this one. View item. Okay, our trigger is done. Now we need to create a variable. I already told you we don't use any custom JavaScript code. We only use just one variable that's called e-commerce. E-commerce, and type here e-commerce. And I have already told you, for better tracking we need to send email, first name, last name, phone number, everything here. If you have a birthday you can send it. If you have external ID you can send it also. But if you don't have this parameter, no need to send this. Okay, and for practice video I only show the email and first name, last name, phone number. Okay, we're going to use just email and phone number. Remember, for real client or yourself or your business, you need to send all these parameter for better accuracy, better tracking, and better ad optimization. So for email, 5 number object, here it is. So our user data is here, user data dot email. So we need to add data layer variable user data dot email, and you can also send first name, last name, city, country, but for now I only send just phone number. User data dot phone. There is no phone number because I didn't write here. Okay, I think everything is done. Now go to tag and click on new, and if you can't find the metapixel tag or tag template, just only go on community template gallery, click on here, search Facebook. Okay, there is so many Facebook tag template, but we will use the official one, the metapixel, this one. Click here and add to workspace. Okay, so you need to paste your pixel ID. Need to paste this pixel ID again and again. So I am create a constant variable. That's the reason is I will use this variable again and again. Just mention this constant variable in tag template. So I create this constant variable pixel ID. Okay, and our first trigger is page view. Name this metapixel page view. Okay, and now our second trigger is So I have already told you that we need to paste the code again and again. So I have already created constant variable for reusing. Shift and curly bracket, right pixel, you will find the constant variable here. And our second event is view content. And now there is the magic. You need to add those parameter like currency, sorry, content id, content type. Let me show you. We need to send this parameter one by one. But we don't follow this method. I have already told you we're gonna use only one variable. I have already created the variable, and the variable name is e-commerce, this one, and trigger will be view item. Okay, now write the name view content. Okay, and now everything is copy paste. Copy the tag template, write add to cart, add to cart, and change the event name to add to cart, and change the trigger to add to cart. Okay, same things for begin checkout and purchase event. Just copy this tag and write initiate checkout, and change the event name to initiate checkout, also the trigger, right? Begin checkout. Same thing for purchase event. Just copy this tag, name this purchase, and change the event name to purchase, and change the trigger also, purchase trigger. In here I have already told you we need to send the email, phone number, first name, last name, for better ad accuracy, for better ad optimization. So we enable this and click here customer information data parameter. If I click here, you can see the email, and we have already created the variable called email, right? And phone number, phone number. Okay, you can also add those parameter like first name, last name, everything, but for now I only just send these two parameter. Remember, always send all these parameter for better ad accuracy. I hope you understand. Now click on save. Okay, so everything is done. Let's submit this container and close those tab and click on test event. Test event. You can see our page view event is fired. There is our IP address and user agent. If I click on a product, you will see the page view event again, and there is the page view event and this is our view content ID. And in reference, for view content, we need content ID, content type, contents, currency, and value. You can see that our value and currency is here, and all the other information like items ID, that's mean content ID is here. This is the content ID, item SKU, item variant, item category, item price, everything is here in item parameter. So we don't need any extra event like content ID, content type. Meta will automatically catch this parameter in his function. So if I click on add to cart, you will see the add to cart here. Same, for add to cart we need same thing, content ID, contents, currency, and value. You can see currency and value is available here. This is the value and this is the currency, and the all other information include here. If I click on begin checkout, let me clear again. In begin checkout, we need content ID, contents, currency, the main things, number of items, and value. If I click here in initiate checkout, you see the value, currency, cart total. Where is the number of item? If I expand here in more, you will see the cart quantity. That is the number of item. I hope you understand. And our last event, purchase event. Here it is, our purchase event also fire. You can see in purchase event we need content ID, content type, contents, currency, number of item, and value. You see everything is here, value, currency, cart total, number of item, everything here, credit card, tax, shipping, transaction ID, subtotal, everything meta need automatic catch in just one variable, right? So our meta pixel setup is done.